Hello, good morning. In the previous class, we are learned angle of twisting couple of a cylinder, and in that we are learned two definitions. First is the angle of twist, and second is the angle of shear. So, first of all, angle of twist. Angle of twist. So, according to name, that is the angle of twist, and we know that when the angle of twist is denoted by the letter theta, so it is the angle through which the cross section of the cylinder twisted about an axis of the cylinder is called the angle of twist, that is theta, and this theta is equals to arc BB dash divided by r, which we learned in the previous class. Then second one is the angle of shear. It is denoted by the letter phi. So it is the angle between the original cross section, that is the AB, and when we are twisting the cylinder by applying torque, there is a new position, means that is AB is shifted to new position, that is the AB dash, and angle between the AB and AB dash, so is called the angle of shear, that is denoted by the phi, and this phi is nothing but the arc BB dash divided by L. So we have the relation phi is equals to theta r divided by L, so which we learned in the previous class. In the today's class we are understanding the topic, that is the rigidity modulus by static torsion. So by using this concept, angle of twist and angle of shear, we are learning new topic, that is the rigidity modulus by the static torsion. So for that, we are taking a cylinder of length L. So consider a uniform cylindrical rod or the metal rod, cylindrical rod which is the metal rod or wire, okay, and length of this cylindrical rod is the small l is the length, okay, and small a is the area of cross section of this cylindrical rod, okay. Here this r is the radius, of the cylindrical rod, so this is the radius, this smaller is the radius of the cylindrical rod, and L is the length of the rod, okay. Here L is the length of the rod and smaller is the radius of rod, okay. So this is the uniform cylindrical rod which has uniform cross section, that is similar, okay, same. So A is the, here small a is the area of cross section, of the rod, okay. This small a is, okay, these are the three concepts. L is the length of the rod, R is the radius of the rod, and A is the area of cross section of the cylindrical rod. So this rod is fixed. This rod is fixed to the lower surface. That means this lower end is fixed to the rigid support, and this upper end is free to move. Okay. So upper end, when we apply a torque, we applying a torque at the upper end of the cylindrical rod, and we twisted upper part of this cylindrical rod through an angle theta radian by applying external torque about the axis. This O and O dash is the axis of the cylinder, and we are applying torque about the axis. Okay. So when we are applying torque about the axis of this O cylindrical rod O dash, okay, so due to this, so this is the original position AB, okay, this is the AB, we are taking some cross section of this rod, this AB is the line, and after twisting, they are made a new line, that is the BB dash, means this position of the area of cross section, that is the AB, is twisted to the new position, that is the BAB dash by twisting a cylindrical rod, okay. So from that, we are taking a cross section area of thickness dx. So dx is the thickness. So the shaded portion denotes the annular cross section of the cylindrical rod. Okay, annular cross section of thin coaxial cylindrical shell, which has the radius. This x is the radius of the cylindrical shell, because we cannot calculate the modulus of rigidity for the total, so that's why we are considering small shell. We are considering the small shell, and this radius, this thickness is the dx, and this radius is the x. Okay, so this is the part we are considering firstly. Okay, and this denotes the annular cross section of the thin coaxial cylindrical rod. Okay, so this part, x is the radius of the cylindrical, means thin annular cross section of thin cylinder. This dx is the thickness, so this dx is the thickness of this annular cross section, and x is the radius. Therefore, according to definition of angle of shear, according to definition, we know that angle of shear, it is noted by the letter phi. Okay, so according to the angle of shear definition, phi for the cylindrical shell is given by the angle of shear that is denoted by the letter phi for this cylindrical shell of radius x and thickness dx. For the cylindrical shell we know that according to definition, this angle of shear phi is nothing but the phi is equals to arc BB dash divided by L according to angle of shear. Okay, and we know that this arc BB dash, that is phi is equals to arc BB dash is nothing but the, this is the distance arc BB dash, so arc BB dash is nothing but the x into theta divided by, and this is the L. Okay, so this is the first number equation, that is the angle of shear phi is equals to x theta, and this arc BB dash can be calculated by using this theta angle of twist. Okay, so this phi is equals to x theta divided by L. So let F be the force, let F be the force on the annular cross section of the this is the direction of force. We are applying a force in this direction for twisting the cylindrical rod. So this F is nothing but the tangential force. This F is the tangential force on the annular cross section of and the annular cross section area of the cylindrical rod, on the annular cross section of area. What is the area of this cylindrical shell? So this is the cylindrical shell. We know that area is nothing but the area of cylinder is nothing but the twice pi x into dx. So dx is the thickness, x is the radius, and this is the twice pi arm circumference into the thickness. Okay, that is the twice pi x into dx. So therefore, and this is the force, direction of this force. Okay, so F be the tangential force on the annular cross section of area. This annular cross section area is nothing but the twice pi x into dx. So therefore, according to definition, we have to calculate here rigidity modulus. Okay, so therefore, by the definition of modulus of rigidity, and modulus of rigidity is nothing but the eta is equals to, we know that this eta is nothing but the shear stress divided by shear strain. Shear stress divided by shear strain. Okay, and this shear strain is nothing but the tangential stress is nothing but the force per unit area, and divided by shear strain is nothing but the theta, and here theta is the angle of twist, but we have to take here shear strain is nothing but the phi. Okay, that is the angle of shear phi. So we take here phi. Shear stress divided by shear strain. Shear stress is nothing but the force per unit area divided by shear strain is nothing but the phi. So that's why we are taking the value of area. That is the, we know that the area is nothing but the therefore this eta is equals to force divided by twice pi x into dx is the area of the angular cross section and divided by phi. So this is eta is equals to f divided by twice pi x into dx into phi, and we have the value of phi, that is x theta divided by L. So we are calculating first, this is the small f, so we write here small f, tangential force. So therefore we calculate F is equals to twice pi neta, cross multiplication, twice pi neta x into dx into phi. Okay, so therefore this F is equals to twice pi neta x into dx, and we have the value of phi, that is x theta divided by L. So therefore this F is equals to twice pi neta L, this x into x square into dx into theta divided by L. Sorry, twice pi, here theta we take and divided by L. So this is the force, twice pi neta theta L into x square into dx. So this is the force. The remaining part of the this equation we are taking in the next class. Thank you.